Yeah, greetings to the world. Dumelang lekai, Mzansi reggae. Alright, me just want to address certain thing them. Breaking the silence, big up Mr. London. Alright, up to the top. Grateful. Alright, greetings, Mzansi reggae. Let's break the silence. I am here as you see me because of what we've been hearing around and what has been happening around. Sadly, it was mentioned that we will have to go and respond to a particular person's statement. What was the agreement between you and Botanist? That was the question. I don't know how it played out to all these things that were mentioned and, that had to be now involved in the whole statement of answering what was the agreement. Because I believe the question was contract based. What was the agreement? By me actually saying that, it's very sad that you find that your parents are being mentioned. You've been literally ridiculed. After so many years that you have left a certain workspace or a company or a certain person, and in that certain space and time, you don't necessarily talk about this person. You try to avoid as much as you can, but somehow I think he wants to be mentioned for some reason, because after all these years, you cannot answer a simple question as an executive. What was the agreement? It had nothing to do with all these personal auras that you have now pulled into the whole scenario, the lives of the people that you have affected now, and all that thing, because, you are mentioning my dead father that you've never given me condolences for, you never call me, you never do nothing. And it's not been a long time since he passed away, God no. But you just mentioned them like, a piece of paper, just like a piece of paper. And what actually, pisses me off is the pride behind that. You have this pride that is boring. It's very boring, and by me saying this is that you will boastfully go and talk smack, about people's names and be proud that they haven't done anything for you, while we know the truth. We know what we've done. We know what we left for your legacy. That has nothing to do with us. And we only found out after we left the company that we've got nothing to do with that legacy. When names were never registered with Samro, with Risa, it's a whole lot going on. And then you need to think before you answer certain questions. Mr. Pepshan, Frog Voice boy. Mr. Frog Voice, you have to think before you answer certain question. The question was, what is the agreement between you and Botanist? They didn't ask you about my parents. And that is the reason why you see me here upon breaking the silence with Mr. London, addressing me things straight. Cause you and Larity and Tooly Tools and them, you deprive we the respond. You see, the right to respond. When you proudly said they can call us to come and respond on their podcasts. But it's funny how podcasters are catching feelings as well. Can you believe that's the reality of the matter? Because when I wanted to respond, I discovered that the podcaster catched feelings. So Mzansi Reggae, tell me what I go on. Tell me what is wrong. You see? Tell me what is wrong. So, in a nutshell, you know, it's very sad that you represent somebody and fully believe, you know, that they will get you somewhere, or you will get somewhere with this particular persona, and only to find that you have not, you are nowhere to be found. You are nowhere. You are nowhere. Even after leaving the company, I went to go check my paperwork. I was nowhere. I discovered certain things. It's you registered to the music. It's you who has been collecting. It's you, when I asked for those things, they said I must go and ask my distributor. It's because there has been royalties that are paid out. But you boldly going out saying you didn't receive a cent or 5 cents or whatever. It's okay. The funny part is that it's after how many years? You know, we've built a brand. I've rebuilt the same brand that you wanted to break down. After 6 years, you still want to go and mention our names and claim how we're not making an impact. You're even telling people to ask me if I've received any royalties. Like, who are you, bro? What are you? Are you sent in this time? You know. So the reality of the matter is that whatever that you busy conspiring with whoever that you are doing by the corners, it's getting revealed. And as much as it's getting revealed, we have to speak our mind. We have to answer to the certain things that you say. I mean, you cannot go in public and tell people how we came to you very needy and all those things. We never came to you needy. We never needed anything. And on top of that, what did you do for us? You claim to have spent a lot of money and whatnot. Where's the money? Show that. Where? Show us. With your album that you claim is making, where? How? Are you trying to kid people, or are you trying to lie to them Zantrege fraternity because you think that Rastas are stupid or whatever? What are you trying to play? What mind game are you playing? Where's the music making money? Where? You know, those are the certain comments that, you know, that I really disputed with that LNT podcast. I will mention it because they all of a sudden, because of a comment that I put on Facebook, podcaster catch feelings. When it's time to respond, they tell you no. The same podcast you say this and that and that and that. All right. Wow. GUS. Has podcasting become a personal matter? All right, make we take it personal. You call me dead father. You tell people how my father did this and that. You call me mother. You tell people how my mother did this and that. Those people that you are talking about and my father, he passed away disliking you very bad. Unfortunately, you need to know that. As much as you think they respected you, for what? What did you do? What did you bring? What have I went and displayed in front of my parents? I said, no, I got this from you. What, my guy? Then you just go, you know, do some lip service with your rubber remote, you know, the podcast, drunk out of your blood clot, cheap NSC. Blood clot. You see? With some puppies. And you're proud about it. You are telling people you go to the podcast with a puppy. Cause we are nothing to you. Who are you, my man? Who are you? You see? But anyway, as a representative of Concrete Jungle Studios and Publishing, and as Botanist, Mr. Lamington, I have to say my part because you mentioned my name in a very unpleasant manner and way. You see? You don't go around doing that, bro. You don't go around doing that. You is a representative supposed to cover them certain type of things there. What are you trying to say to the world? What are you trying to say to people who are receiving my music now and certain things are happening? What are you trying to say to them, bro? What are you trying to say to them? Then you have a nerve to go around telling people how I like swearing you. I swear you, and what is happening when you do what? You know? And it's funny how you're scheming all these things and doing all your funny business. Everything is getting revealed. We know, I know. You see? So, according to you, we never made you a saint. We never made you anything. Who made Maximum Styles name get well known around the Rasta community and fraternity? Since when you started working with who and what happened and how the growth, you see, the growth we brought, even though you take us light, you know, as Botanist, as Fruity, as Bandpot, you know, and the rest of the artists them where I mentioned, you take we light. But we put Maximum Styles in the blood clot flag, you see? We get nominated for your own blood clot company. We name you getting fundings with our name, blood clot. You see? So don't go around telling people that we never did nothing for you. You see? Be careful what you see. And respect yourself, because you don't have respect for yourself. You see? If you respected yourself, you should have answered or would have answered the question very nicely. The question was, I'm going to say it again. What was the agreement between you and Botanist? It had nothing to do with Fruity, number one. It had nothing to do with Bandpot. It had nothing to do with Black Youth and how he spent his money. The question was, what was the agreement between you and Botanist? Were you that excited? Sadly so, I have to say my part. And I've said what I've said. And I hope you get the message very well. You have no right to belittle any artist or anybody that you in your own little world of a little box of match you think you've made a difference in their life. You didn't do any difference in our life. You've never. Everything was, since we met you, everything was just a case. You are just a bad luck. You are just bad luck. And I hope people around you wake up and notice. You see? I hope them wake up and notice that you are carrying a dark cloud, brethren. You fail to answer a simple question. And no podcasters, them catch a feeling too. What a blood clot in reggae. Isn't it podcasting supposed to be podcasting? Everybody's got to say their part. Everybody's got to speak their own mind. If somebody's is going on a podcast and mentioning, and isn't it, don't we have a right to respond? We living in, this is South Africa, guys. We are not, this is not your mother's place, this place. I'm telling you, it's South Africa here. That is it. You know? So, me, I'm just telling everybody who got the wrong information. I worked very hard. My fellow co-workers that I was working with in that same company worked very, very hard to help this same guy get his name and the name of the company somewhere. At some point, we were even helping him to write songs. Like, what the fuck? You go tell people, oh, we didn't do nothing for you. That is it. The question was, what was your agreement with Botanist? You go on a podcast, contradict yourself, expose yourself, say a whole lot of bull crap. You've always had it in your mind to talk shit about people, especially us, the people that are coming from your hands. Because for some reason, it's like, you didn't want to see us getting somewhere in life. And that is triggering you to a point that you go to podcasts and try to ridicule us. I own my own company. I'm doing my own thing. Like, what are you doing?